Welcome back. This is Ranawa Chaudhary, another live watch along of the Indian Super League. It's the Kerala Blasters versus Inter Kashi Football Club from the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Kalur. 4 minutes on, it's still goalless between KBFC and IKFC, with Inter Kashi having a first chance after just 90 seconds. And let's wait and see what happens. And interesting encounter surely today to look forward to and watch and see what happens between these two teams. David Katala under certain level of pressure after the first two losses. Inter Kashi, of course, with two draws from two matches, a convincing 1-1 against Goa, and then a lucky goalless draw against FC Goa. Odisha FC. And the Blasters with certain number of changes to their starting lineup. Asha Anwar Sheikh continues in goal. Ba, Sandeep, Sahif, and Naucha in defense. Vibin, Danish in defensive midfield. Danish as captain. Joke Matthias in attacking positions, along with Kuru and Bertomeu as the lone striker. And that should be offside, yeah, and foul given. And on the other side, Luis Tares in goal. The overall squad is Nischal Chandan, Venwas, Tomba Singh, Alfred, Rohit Danu, Petkevikius, Sandeep Mandi, Narendra Gahlot, Sergio Lamas, and Sumit Pasi in the starting lineup for Inter Kashi Football Club, as both the teams trying to take charge and control with the sun visible in Kochi. And interesting to see what both these teams do about this game. Lamas looking for Petkevikius. Double pass. Nice. Moya tries to play it through to Rohit Danu, but doesn't get it as far as Danu. And that is going to be very interesting to see how these two teams play. Sandeep Mandi back to Nischal Chandan. Interesting that Inter Kashi once more deciding to play with an all-Indian backline. Looks like David Humanes not available. Masters potentially with the counter. Intercepted. Mandi. Blasters trying to pressure their opponents, not allowing them to play in this early minutes of this encounter. And that ball goes out. Naucha doesn't get to it. After 7 minutes, it's still goalless. Throw in for Inter Kashi FC. Ball out to Sandeep Mandi. Plays it back to Lamas. Tomba. Tomba, looking for Prashant. No, sorry, not for Prashant. Prashant is not on the field. What was that? Rowan and Gahlot to take it. Inter Kashi in their black jerseys, white shorts. And Inter Kashi clearing their lines. That's the trouble that both the teams will have. Inter Kashi and Alfred Moya with a chip for Rohit Danu, but a little overcooked. No chance for Rohit Danu to get to that. The Blasters building up. Vilvan Mohanan with his first start of this ISL campaign. Of course, highly regarded by the Blasters faithful. But Katala hasn't trusted him. That's the question. Sandeep with a throw in. Goes across. Sahif playing at the back with Ba in place of Bikash. Inter Kashi with the ball through, trying to play straight football. Petkevikios, and that's a foul from Danish Farouk. And Danish, captain today. Danish Farouk, captain of the Kerala Blasters. Ten minutes on the clock. Still goalless at the JLN Stadium in Kalur between the Blasters and Inter Kashi. We're waiting for the action here to pick up, to get interesting for you, for me, for us. And so far, you can, as always, also let me know what you think. 77% of you guys think that the Blasters will win today. That's interesting. And 14% think it's going to be a draw, and 9% think it will be an Inter Kashi win. So let's wait and see what happens on that front. Another throw in for Inter Kashi on the far side of the cameras, where there's a little bit of sunshine peeping at the stadium. There's Tares. Oh, Mr. Chandan lucky there. Sandeep Mandi got some space. Sandeep Mandi tries to find Rohit Danu, but supposedly he's offside. And it's just trying to build up from the back. Play it into the back line again. Thais plays it back to Ba. Ba plays it again to Matthias. Dano intercepts. Tomba plays the safe one to Wayne Vas. Lamas. Mandi back to Sharko Lamas, who's looking to play to the other wing. Narendra was playing as a right back today. Blasters win the ball but lose it again. Oh, there's a high foot. Free kick for the Blasters. Anish Farouk on the ground, but up again. Free kick for the Kerala Blasters to be taken by Vipin Mohanan. With the Blasters with no impact. 13.5 minutes played. Still goalless. The only real chance for Inter Kashi at the other end. Blasters with a good ball in. Headed out by Inter Kashi. They win it, they lose it. Back with the Blasters. Oh, that should be a foul. on Kevin Yoke from Sumit Pasi, the captain at the other end. Yeah, Pasi just goes for the legs of the Frenchman, who's come through the famous Paris Saint-Germain Academy. Has made it at the top level. Kevin Morgan into the danger zone. That should be a header. And was it? Yeah, Ba with the header. That was actually a good free kick, good header, but off target. Ba would have hoped more of an impact. Umar Ba, Inter Kashi on the edge of the box. Attempt of a shot, and that will be a corner for the team from Uttar Pradesh. Petkevikius, Nauris Petkevikius, second start in 3 matches for Inter Kashi. 15 minutes played, still goalless at the JLN Kalur. Sergio Lamas to take that corner. The Spaniard puts it into the danger zone. No one there to pick it up. And that will be a throw in at the other end. Loss is taking their time. Plaza's trying to build up from the back. Matthias Hernandez looks to be part of that four-man backline rather than a defensive midfielder. Chips it forward. Ball goes through. Luis Tares has the ball in the end. Yeah, the pass is causing some problems with the long ball. Again, ball out to the far side. A lot of chips from both ends. Not trying to keep it under control and play on the ground. Ashan Sheikh. Ba. Naucha. Naucha. And that will be out. But was it a foul before that? Yeah, Naucha is on the ground and holding himself. Wayne Vass. Let's see that again. Yeah, Wayne is in the way. They clatter into each other. And now just still on the ground, feeling pain on his stomach. Match continues. Inter Kashi with the ball. Wayne Vass. Nishchal Chandan. Oh, lucky. Because Kuru got in the way. David Katala getting a little active in his explanation. Ball to Moya. Moya into the danger zone. And that's a good attempt from Petkevikius. Just misses the target. The Lithuanian striker, Nauris Petkevičius, with his best chance so far in this game. Beats Matthias Hernandez. Vinvas only as far as Bertomeu. Naucha in the danger zone. And Sandeep Mandi takes no chances and clears it for a corner. A little bit more action in the game now between these two sides. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions on the game so far. And I'm just checking. 30 votes, 80% saying that the Blasters will win. Let's see if that becomes true or not. Still goalless at the JLN in Kalur. Corner to be taken by Vibin Monan. First corner for the Blasters. That's a good one. But Tares punches it out. Naucha with a long ranger. Not close. Naucha more in attacking position today than usual. But during these corners, the last man. And goal kick for Inter Kashi. 22 minutes on the clock. Still goalless at the JLN in Kalur. If you're liking this watch along, do leave a thumbs up, like behind, share with other people to join in our lives and our conversations. And also, if you haven't, do subscribe to the channel. The Blasters trying to build up from the back. Careful. Danish Farouk has to play it back. Matthias Hernandez, Vibin, Sahif, Yoke, Naucha under pressure. Wins the throw in against Petkevičius. Matthias Hernandez. Danish Farouk. Danish sees no option in attack, plays it back. Matthias Hernandez to Sahif. Naucha. Sahif, Kevin Yoke. Kevin, okay, 1, 2. Twists and turns. Looking to beat Petkevičius, does that in the end. Gets the ball out to Naucha. Kevin Yoke. Kevin Yoke across, headed out by Vinvas. Throw in Kerala Blasters. Blasters building up. Sandeep gets it back. Sandeep with space. Sandeep Singh crosses it in, cleared by the by Inter Kashi, but back with the Blasters. Sahif, attempt blocked. Danish heads it back to Ba. New build up. Vibin. Naucha. Naucha out to Kevin. Kevin against Sumit Pasi. Kevin against Sumit Pasi and against Narendra. Kevin still with the ball. Kevin on the edge of the box. Kevin with a shot. Blocked by Lamas. Sumit Pasi wins the ball, loses it again. Again, Kevin. Plays it nicely through. Naucha. Naucha in the box. Naucha in the middle. But cleared by Nishchal Chandan. Nice piece of pressure from the Blasters. But Kevin Yoke is down. Ocha needs to be smarter with such a move when you have the opportunity to play the ball into the danger zone. Mm, Kevin Yoke holding his knee, and he looks a little worried. Nice through ball through Naocha and cleared by Nischal Chandan. And then Kevin Yoke goes down next to the referee, holding his knee. And holding a knee is always a little worrying, in my opinion. I have a Geo fiber connection, but I don't find live telecast on Geo TV Sony 10 2. Check, Akum, check. I don't know what Sony 10 2 is showing you at the moment. Check the other Sony channels would be my piece of advice. I'm not sure if they are showing or not showing. They should be showing. I don't know. We've had this issue with streaming and other things as well in the past few weeks that it's actually not been showing. So, I would say zap a little across the Sony channels. I hope you will be able to watch it. Kevin, you okay? I don't know. One side he's walking, on the other side he's hitting the LED barrier. That to me normally means that he's walking, wants to come back on, it looks like. But the referee, Tejas Nayankar, is not looking at Sandeep. It doesn't head it. Blasters keep it. Maybe a chance for Vipin. And with an opponent contact, missing big names just showing in the ground cover. Is it, Mahesh, the big names, or is it welcome, Akum? Is it the big names, or is it also the sort of two losses at the start of the season that has not helped the Blasters? I'm not sure if it, what is the real reason about this corner for the Kerala Blasters? Vipin won, and that's a good one. Cleared, and maybe a chance. Moya plays it to Rohit Danu, who plays it across to Tom, and that's bad from Tomba. Just falling over, had a little bit of time, could have played it back to Alfred Moya on the other side. And that would have been a big, big chance for the Blasters. Alfred Planas Moya. And the Blasters too quick. Throw in for Inter Kashi, 28 minutes. And I'm seeing this from both teams. Slow it down, control the ball. There's too much of hectic movements by the teams. Inter Kashi with the ball. Nishal Chandan plays it to Tomba. Tomba chips it, but cleared by Naucha. And it's a throw in for Kerala Blasters. And Kevin Yoke, I think, will not continue. And that style of walking is not convincing to me. Hey, Uchud, why such poor stadium attendance? It's a weekend. I think the weekend logic of coming, not coming, there is, it's, I think, success and failure, which is more important in Indian football. Chance for the Blasters to break. Matamio plays it to Kevin. Seems to be running again. Plays it through. Now loses the ball. Planas. Alfred Moya. And that should be a yellow card for Sahif. Yeah. Stopping an opponent without the ball. So, Uchud, to come back to your question, I think success and failure is, I think, a bigger factor in Indian football than anything else. So that is one of those Indian football realities. If we like it or not, but that's how it is. And just see the drinks break. 30 minutes played. Interesting to see that the Manjapara have come in numbers, but elsewhere the stadium is nearly empty. And can David Katala be happy with this result? Can he be okay with it so far? Um, Looking at some of the stats that are there, nothing much to say. No differentiation between the two teams, very similar. Who they have on the bench? The Blasters have Sachin Suresh, Hormi Pamruiva, who hasn't played so far, Ivan Doling, Bikash Jungnam, Evan Das, Marlon Bruce Trujillo, J. Kitongo is on the bench for the first time, Nihal Sudesh, as well as Mohammed Adsal at the other end, Shubham Das, Nishu Kumar, Mohammed Asif Khan, Jayesh Rane, Kartik Panikar, Prabir Das, Prashant K, Ashish Jha, and Simon Len Dungel. So, interestingly, for Inter Kashi, only the foreigners available are on the field, while the Blasters have Marlon Roos Trujillo as J. Ki Tongo on the bench. As we see, Kuro, not much of an impact from the youngster so far. Tomba is not looking good today. Yeah, Aman, that's the problem. No, we go back to the thing is that people talk about XYZ players and then next week what's happening, what's not happening, and so far Tomba is not good. Oh, that's nearly a through ball. Blasters a little chaotic at the back, but able to clear. 32 minutes on the clock. Inter Kashi back with the ball. Tomba. So that's something to remember. Inter Kashi amongst them. Benvas plays it across to Nischal. That I think is one of those things that we need to keep in mind about these two teams. The Blasters will not be happy with what they've played so far. Or will they be on the other side having conceded? Will be interesting to see. Rodano. Oh, counter-attacking move. Petkevicius. And that's a goal! Inter Kashi are leading. Nauris Petkevicius with his first Indian Super League goal gives the lead to Inter Kashi. It's a good goal. It's a quick, fast move. And the Lithuanian with his first ISL goal. And quick move. Alfred plays it out. And is there a contact with the defender? I think there was. And Petkevicius gives his colors the lead in the 34th minute. Kerala Blasters nil and Inter Kashi 1. No, does Ba have a contact to the ball? I don't know. Tuned in and goal. Wow. Blue should have tuned in earlier. Maybe the goal might have happened a little earlier then. Your thoughts on IFL broadcast? Uchut, I thought very good yesterday. From what I saw, again, I was doing two lives, so therefore it was a little difficult in between. But what I saw, what I heard early on is good. And I've seen, cross from from Yoke. I also, what I saw today is that here in Germany, at least, maybe you can check it in the US as well, that there is a broadcast going to be a broadcast on One Football. So all the things that we used to have for the ISL seem to be done for the IFL rather than the ISL. So, the question needs to be asked, who does the AIFF bother and care more about? Um, and yeah, so that's a question to ask. How was the game till now? Blue, the less we speak about it, I think the better it is for both the teams. Not the best of football. Inter Kashi with the better chances. The Blasters are trying, but the Blasters are, yeah, they're hampered. Um, and this will not help them. It means in 2+ matches so far, they have not scored and they've conceded 4. So that's the thing. Um, like against Mumbai City, they concede also against Inter Kashi are now behind. And that will be now the challenge for them to try and get back into the game. Throw in. And then Senor Habas, not as stylish as the other night in Odisha. Might be too warm in Kochi for Senor Habas to be stylish with his sunglasses the other day. And just to tell you the weather at the moment, it is 28 degrees in Kochi at this moment in time. 15% precipitation, 70% humidity, 6% is the 6 kilometers per hour is the speed of the wind. So, yeah, not too football friendly, even in an afternoon setting. And Patares has the ball now. Long ball forward. Moya, Danu, but now back with the Blasters. Sahif across to Matthias Hernandez. Vibin, Kevin, Sahif. Back to Vibin. Vibin across the other side looking for Koru. Cleared by and Sandeep Singh. Cleared by his namesake. That isn't a foul, actually. Let's see what the referee gives. Because Sandeep versus Sandeep. Sandeep Mandi hit the ball. And then that ball hit Sandeep Singh. Interesting to see what the referee gives. Should be a throw in for Inter Kashi. Yeah. Right decision by the assistant referee. Or is it ISA clubs as IFL ones, the latter being less vocal, at least publicly? Don't know, but second division having better broadcasts is really strange. Ocho, this is strange, but to me, you know what I've realized yesterday, the Doordarshan has access to its own studios. So this virtual studio exists. They don't have to create something. They have smartly accessed people who have done ISL work in regard to commentary and other things, and using them not only as commentators but also as experts in Pulosto, Pradyum. I guess Bashwa will also do some work for them. And again, the camera, those who know that there were less cameras in at least at Namdhari and in Takashi. So therefore, those are things. Rohit Danu, nice move on the wing. Rohit Danu still being charged. But I think he earns a corner for Inter Kashi. 39 minutes on the clock. Rohit Danu does nicely to beat Sandeep, and then Sandeep, his outstretched leg, clears it, but gives the corner away. And Sergio to take the corner, takes it short, blocked. Looked to me like Tomba with that attempt. Tomba Singh. Sergio Lamas. By the way, Inter Kashi goal was a good one. Ochut, brilliant one. Lovely goal. Petkevikius shows what he's able to do as a striker. Had an earlier attempt similar to that, which went wide. And Ashram Sheikh with no chance. Lamas across, looking for Narendra Gehlot, who trying to beat off Naucha. Oh, that's dangerous. Ashram Sheikh has to come out. Rohitanu had moved into the danger zone as the blasters build up. Danish Farooq. Vibin. Plays it back to Umar Ba. Matthias. Vibin. Across to Sahif. Kevin. Kevin, you okay? Danish Farooq. Nocha keeps it in. Earns a throw in for Kerala Blasters. Yesterday, Jamshedpur FC's second goal was superb too. Sadly, East Bengal lost. Yeah, it should an exceptional goal, maybe one of the goals of the season. Can contenders, Sandeep trying to build up. Ooh, that's a little rough from Sandeep Mandi. Might be a yellow card. Katala not happy with his players. And that's a yellow card for Sandeep Mandi. Kuru on the ground. Youngster trying to get to the ball and boom. Sandeep Mandi from the side. Yeah, the Blasters have to do more. They are behind. They still haven't scored this season. Aman says Rai versus East Bengal. Yeah, Rehita Chikawa. Free kick. Vibin Monan into the danger zone. That's good. Headed on. The Blasters need to keep that in. Bartomeu plays it backwards. Kevin on the edge of the box. Kevin, but no height. Lamas. Moya, and that should be a foul by Naucha. If I'm not wrong, Karabas is here yet to score. Yes, you are very, very right. The Blasters belong to the group of teams with Chennai and Mohammedan Sporting who still haven't scored. And Inter Kashi on that side. Into the danger zone. Ooh. Almost blue, as you say. Kashi, yeah. Petkevikius and Rohidanu. Building up. Moya, will he keep it in? Yes, he does. And he earns his colors a corner. Once more, that chance before. Good. Petkevikius misses it. And Rohidanu can't connect with his right foot. Takashi after 44 minutes, deservingly in the lead, I have to say. The better of the two teams, the ISL newcomers. If they win today, it would move them to 5 points, and the Blasters with this loss would be continued to at 0. Ball goes through to the other side. Across. Sandeep Mandi, and Moya doesn't properly run in. Could have gotten to it, in my opinion. What is the plan B for the Kerala Blasters? They need to score. Bartholomew Still without a goal, as is the rest of the attacking line. Question is Jay Kitongo going to be the answer to those goal scoring problems? Narinda Galot with a throw in. Should be a free kick on Sumit Pasi. Yeah, given. Says unhappy. Sergio Lamas to take the free kick. Influential Spanish midfielder plays it back to Wayne Vas. Nischal Chandan. Nischal across to Sandeep Mandi. Sandeep Mandi to Nischal, who plays it long. Blasters win the ball. Have some space. Naucha against Narendra. Naucha into the danger zone. That's a lovely attempt. That should have been the equalizer for the Blasters. Kuru with the chance. Lovely counter-attacking move from the Blasters. Naucha perfectly placed into the middle. And Kuru just somehow needs to keep it. Yeah, just need to push the target. Yeah, he's overtouched it. 2 minutes of added time, and we're already in that second minute with Inter Kashi likely to take that 1-0 lead into the break if the Blasters don't score before it. Haba's not happy with defense. Yeah, understandably, Aman. Saif, Kevin, Bartomeu, Kevin. Kevin moves past into the danger area, chips it, over chips it. But Sandeep will get to it. Matthias Hernandez, and he won't get to this. And that's the half-time whistle from referee Tejas Nagvenkar. And at the break, Kerala Blasters 0, Inter Kashi 1 due to a lovely strike from Nauris Petkevičius, the Lithuanian, with his first ever Indian Super League goal. And yeah, the Blasters. A lot of work remains for the Kerala Blasters because this was not enough so far, not good enough. And they will surely have to build from this scenario. As we get a shot of the whole JLN and Kalur, and you can see top tier or the middle tier with the Manjapara decently filled, but the rest of the stadium mostly empty. Sad to see. I know that it's a difficult situation for the Kerala Blasters and their fans because they are fighting relegation at this moment in time. But yeah, their fans need to back them. No one else can and will do that. And once more, the reminder, if you like the conversation that we have here on arunfoot, if you like the live watch-alongs, do leave a like behind, share it with others, and to subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so. We so far have 11 likes today, and we stand at 3,851 subscriptions. So thank you for your support as always, and let me know what you think. Let me see what the voting pattern is. Still 62 votes have been cast, and still it says 79% think that the Blasters will win, 10% think it's going to be a draw, and only 11% think that Inter Kashi is going to win this encounter. So that's an interesting scenario. Let me dig a little deeper with other piece of stats that are available. In the general overview, who have gotten the best ratings for the Blasters is Kevin Yoke, Naucha, Hoidrom Singh, and Sandeep Singh, while at the other end it is now Perki because, of course, due to his goal, Alfred Planas, Alfred Planas Moya, and Sergio Lamas, the three players who are the highest rated for their respective clubs. And it looks like Mohamed Sahif and Umar Ba, the lowest rated at the Blasters, and Tomba Singh, lowest rated at the newcomers of Inter Kashi. Tomba, of course, one of those players who have been rated quite highly in the last few weeks. So that's the status of this game so far. Generally, yeah, where do we stand? Where are we? Um, where do we stand in general? Um, it looks to me, and Inter Kashi most probably in the top half of the league if they can continue like this. And the Blasters, if they continue like this, will be fighting relegation. I will be very, very worried if I support the Blasters looking at this. And, I think everyone who supports the Blasters needs to come out and support the Kerala Blasters because they need everybody to support them going forward. Aman says Kerala Blasters defense and final third is not good. Yeah, why take out the rest? I think the whole team needs to be questioned. And also the coach again. I feel that the coach could maybe do a few things here and there and try to strengthen the team. But that's not happening. But again, the Blasters still have options on the bench. If I look at that, they have Sachin Suresh on the bench. They have Homi Pambriva, Iban Doling, Bikash Yungnam, Ebendas, Marlon Hus Trujillo, J. Kitongo, Nihal Sudesh, as well as Mohammed Aj Sal. Meanwhile, Intakashi of Subandas, Nishu Kumar, Mohammed Asif Khan, Jayesh Rane, Karthik Panikar, Pravir Dash, Prasant, Karu, Thadat, Kuni, or Prashant K, Ashish Jha, and Simon Lin Dungal or Len Dungal as well. So those are your substitutes on both ends. And Aman says, I don't want Kerala FC to be relegated. I think the generic Indian football fan will not want the Blasters to be relegated. I don't think any Indian football fan would like the Blasters to be relegated because I think they've been one of those positive stories of the Indian Super League of the last few years. And I think we all, I think, agree on that. We would like the Kerala Blasters to be playing in the ISL in the long run. But again, will they be able to do that? That depends on them. That does not depend on you. That does not depend on me. The Kerala Blasters squad has its deficiencies, surely. But the question to me is also is can they turn this somehow around? Can they play in a way that they can get a result today or across the season? Because matches are getting less and less. And yeah, we're very interesting to see what happens next. But at the moment, the Blasters' next match is next Saturday, and that will be a real relegation battle, in my opinion, because that will be Kerala Blasters versus Chennai FC. Chennai, who tomorrow in the early kickoff face Odisha FC, so that's going to be an interesting one as well. And then the Blasters match day 5 travel to Kolkata to face East Bengal on 14th of March. And then on the 21st of March, we have the Blasters hosting Punjab FC. So three tough matches after this. First Chennai, then East Bengal, then Punjab for the Blasters. Not an easy task. And again, without a goal so far this season, I think that's their biggest problem so far. And yeah, Caravasa shouldn't get relegated with this team. Blue, yes, on paper. Again, paper and not paper is always also a question. How good or how bad are you? But at the moment, the Blasters are a concern in the way that they're playing. They're not good enough. And they're not getting the results. They're not getting the goals, and those are some of the problems that I see at this moment in time. For me, the Blasters are surely in the relegation battle, and if I see how they conceded the goal, it's too easy. Yeah, Petkovic goes wide and then takes a good attempted shot and then puts it in the back of goal. Um, yeah, to me, the Blasters, it's a fight for survival. Nothing more, nothing less at this moment in time, I would say. And that's a scary thing to think about that the Kerala Blasters are actually fighting for survival in the Indian Super League. A team normally we would think fighting for a spot in the top six this season is set to fight for a place in to stay in the league. So once more, starting 11 for the Blasters, you had Arsh Anwar Sheikh in goal. You have Sandeep Singh, Matthias Hernandez, Umar Ba, Mohamed Sahif in defense. Then you have Bill Mohan and Danish Farouk in midfield. Danish also captain. Nocha hanging a little in front. Maybe sometimes they're actually playing a five-man backline. And then Kevin Yoke and Kuru Singh on the wings and Bartomeu in the middle. Bartomeu not much involved in the game, to be honest. And at the other end, of course, Luis Tares in goal, Narendra Gulot as a right back, Wayne Vas, Nishal Chandan as our centre back combo, Sandeep Mandi as the left back. You have Tomba Singh and Sergio Lamas in defensive midfield, Sumit Pasi, Rohit Danu on the wings with Alfred Planas, Moya in a sort of number 10, and now is Petkrikios in the attacking position, the guy who's scored the goal. Zango in place of Bertomeu. Yeah, maybe that's the option. The problem is also to create the chances, right? And Blue says Blasters foreigners are just for numbers. They aren't even noticeable, even if they're playing with all Indian 11. 11 Indians. Blue, I think that's the problem, right? That they gambled on their foreigners. They took cheap, sorry to call it out, cheap foreigners, inexperienced ISL foreigners. That's another thing, right? If I look at it, Umar Ba, Matthias Hernandez, Bartomeu, and Kevin Yoke playing, or I add Manos Rusto and Jay Kitongo, none of them has ISL experience. And that ISL experience, in my opinion, does matter. There is a value to it, you know. So that's the thing which I think is a reality, and yeah, it's so therefore, to me, big question marks behind the Blasters, and this team. To me, they need to do a lot more. But what can they do? What will they do in this game? Because not an easy one, and I don't know what the solution. The easy solution for now is, yeah, the Blasters are. Um, let's see what they can do, what they will do, but it's a big question. Um, what they do. Just 1 second, I have to just get up once. Just oh, sitting down too much. I'll be doing another live watch along of the Mohun Bagan versus Mohammedan Sporting Encounter. So do join me a little later on for that as well. And I'm thinking of doing a Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund Bayern Munich watch along of the Indian Super League and of the Bundesliga. So usually, of course, I do the Super League. I've done Indian national team matches. I did recently, of course, the El Clasico, but I'm planning today to do Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich or Bayern München, the Klassiker in Germany. And do join me for that. 11 p.m. India time is the kickoff, so I'll be there for that as well. So 3 live watch-alongs on this Saturday from me here on Arunfoot. So do support the channel, like the video, share it. And of course, if you haven't, do subscribe to Arunfoot here. And yeah, I'll be continuing to do live videos, so do support and thank you as always. As Inter Kashi, yeah, their players are on the pitch and practicing with the ball. I don't see the Blasters substitute players, but again, the Blasters substitute players are coming back and sitting down on the bench. Yeah, what can the Blasters do? Hitesh says India should try for Indian origin women players who are in English league like Kira Rai at Derby County, Millie Chandrana at Blackburn Rovers, Safia Middleton Patel go for Manchester United. Safia Middleton Patel is a Wales international. Safia can no longer play for us, so she's out, Hitesh. And as in the men's game, we cannot approach them and say, hey, listen, you want to play for us next week? We need to sort out our rules and regulations in regard to OCIs representing us. And as long as that is not done, there is no chance that any of these players will join and play for us. So therefore, that's a reality. Hitesh, I met Kira last year at an event of Desi Ballers in London. She would love to play for us, but again, we need to make it possible. Right. As the floodlights are on at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Kalur, both the teams are still in the dressing rooms. Um, and the question is, what can the coaches do? What can David Katala do against his more famed opponent? Katala, of course, who was coached at Sidi Sabadell in Spain, Inca Istra in Croatia, and of course in Cyprus with Apollon Limassol and Ike Larnaca. And on the other side, of course, the most famed coach since the Indian Super League has kicked off, and that is Antonio Lopez Habas. Two different sign of coaches who are there today. And at the moment, the experienced Antonio Lopez Habas winning this encounter against David Catala, who needs to finally find someone to score a goal. I think that's his biggest problem at the moment. And the question is, who's going to do that? It looks like Marlon Trujillo. Or is it just the subs? Bikram, or is it Bikash Yunam also looks to be getting on. Of course, in Kochi, of course, the funny one is that your entrance is from the side, so it's not a straight walk up. And quite a number of fans have turned up for the game again because the stadium is so big. It looks empty, but yeah. And then let's see. It looks like the Blasters have made a few changes. Anika Siddiqui, a women's footballer born in Sweden, is now in Bangladesh Women's Football League. Yeah, Nitish, Bangladesh is much more proactive and is allowing players of origin to join them. We are not. So therefore, that's a sad big reality of Indian football compared to Bangladesh football. So let's see. It looks like the Blasters are making changes, but who are the changes that they're making? That will be interesting to see. Interesting to see what kind of changes they make to the starting lineup, as Inter Kashi are already back on the field and ready to do their huddle. And triple change for the Blasters. It's Marlon Trujillo, Bikash Jungnam, and Eben Das coming on. That's interesting. So David Katala making mass changes to his lineup. While Inter Kashi to me look like no Prashant coming on. Okay. Who's gone off there? Will be interesting to see. Interesting to see. Looks like multiple changes made. And we have kickoff for the second 45. The Blasters now from right to left, Inter Kashi from left to right. Blasters in the traditional orange jerseys, blue shorts, yellow jerseys, blue shorts, and yellow stockings. While Inter Kashi in a black jersey, white shorts, and black stockings. Ooh, Petkevikus nearly got it through to Moya. The Blasters with their changes. Interesting to see how they play in the second 45. Eben Das for Danish Farouk. Marlon Trujillo for Umar Ba. and Bikash Jungnam for Mohammad Sahif. Interesting. So Katala risking something with this lineup, so to say. At Inter Kashi also have a change. Prashant, if I'm right, it is Narendra Gehlot who's come off. Blasters in the back line. Matthias Hernandez, Bikash Jungnam was taken over as captain. Naucha, Kevin, back to Naucha. Kevin, you okay? Kevin, across to Matthias. Chips it forward. Not offside. Marlon Rusturgio. Oh, that's a spill from Tares. And Ebindas. That was a gift. He just has to push it in somehow. Marlon Rusturgio, dangerous ball in the middle. And Ebindas somehow needs to get his foot to the ball. And yeah, the keeper then with his sort of jumping movement puts off the attacker. But a positive start for the Blasters. 48 minutes now on the clock. Can they get their first ISL goal of this season? Naucha plays it back to Arsh. The keeper taking his time, chips it front. Sandeep Mandi. Bikash, Matthias. Sandeep keeps it in. Lovely ball. But Luis Tares has the ball. Okay, a little bit of extra pace at both ends. Luis Tares. Lucky there on one side. On the other side, Ebindas couldn't get his foot around and tried to touch it somehow. Kerala Blasters with a lovely ball. Sandeep with overlapping move. Sandeep into the middle. And that's kept out. And that should be a goal. It's not. Blasters with the second good chance for an equalizer. Victor Bertomeu. Sandeep, that would have gone in. Lovely, lovely save from Tares. And somehow Inter Kashi survive. Lucky there. Now twice Inter Kashi in the first 5 minutes of this second half. Ball going out. Throw in Kerala Blasters. David Katala surely will be happy the way his team has played in the first 5-6 minutes of that second 45. Yeah. Manan Rustohio doesn't get to it. Goal kick for Inter Kashi. There's a different kind of urgency in the way that the Blasters are now playing. That's positive to see. Question is, the Blasters, can they turn this around? Inter Kashi out. Evan Das wins the ball. Bartomeu. Mohanan plays it to Naucha. Naucha. Kevin. Kevin beats one, beats two, runs into Moya, but the Blasters win the ball back. Yeah, it's a different game now. It's a different game of football between these two. Build up. Matthias. Sandeep. But that ball goes out, throw in for the Blasters. Sandeep to take it. Kerala Blasters nil, Inter Kashi 1. We are in the 53rd minute. Vikash. Matthias. Hernandez. Kuru loses it. Petkevikius. Moya. Alfred Moya loses it. Marlon Rus Trujillo. Kevin. Kevin on the edge of the box. Kevin. Kevin still has the ball. Plays it. Doubles it with Kuru. Still Kevin. Kevin looking for someone. Plays it to Naucha. Marlon Rus Trujillo on the edge of the box into the danger area. And cleared by Inter Kashi. Corner for the Kerala Blasters. 53 plus minutes played. The Blasters are getting closer to their first ISL goal of this season. That's a quick corner taken, shot taken, but over the goal. Luis Tares, goal coming under pressure for the first time in this match, one feels. Kerala Blasters nil, Inter Kashi 1. Petkevikius heads it out, throw in Blasters, Naucha to take it. It's a different game of football now. The Blasters controlling affairs in the first 9 minutes of this second 45. And 2-3 good chances. Evan Das looking for Naucha. Can Naucha keep it in? No. Still in. But Inter Kashi wins it. Sergio Lamas, nice little double pass. Ball out to Petkevikios. Counter-attacking move from Inter Kashi. Petkevikios plays it to Prashant. Prashant! But Ash Anwar Sheikh collects. Yeah. Prashant tries to play it under Ash Anwar Sheikh, who gets his body down to not allow the ball to just roll under him. Kevin, you okay? And that is a foul. Kevin, you okay? In pain. That's a yellow card. Sumit Pasi. And Sumit Pasi asking Tejas, I didn't do anything. Of course you didn't. Hey, Prithviraj, watching Luis Inter Kashi goalkeeper first match felt like a breather to find this is a clean goalkeeper until that penalty howler. But now seeing him now, I feel he's not much better than our top goalkeepers. Some great saves with a lot of nervy moments from Luis. Prithviraj, you know what? Yes, there are nervy moments, but he has those saves which I don't think our keepers can do. I think he's a cut above our keepers. Um, and if he was clean and good, I don't think he would be playing in India. He would be playing somewhere in Spain, even if it's La Liga 2 or 3 or whatever, but he would be playing in that parts. Vibin with the free kick, headed out by Nishchal Chandan, further headed out by Kashi, but Blasters have the ball back. Sandeep, Vibin. So for me, I don't think to compare him with any of our keepers would be fair to him. I think he's better. Ball across to Kevin, plays it in the middle, but there is no one. Planas and Sergio Namas cleverly earns a free kick for the Blasters. So to me, you know, Luis is a yeah. It's you raise an interesting point, but Luis Tares to me again, if he wasn't making the, if he wouldn't make the mistakes he's made or shown, then I would think he wouldn't be in India because as a shot stopper, he's actually a good one. Inter Kashi trying to combine on the right. Petkevikius turns around, plays it to Sergio Lamas, who plays it back to Wayne Vas. Wayne Vas to Nishchal Chandan. Tomba. Tomba chips it across to Prashant. Nice little movement from Inter Kashi, who now, for the first time, try to control the ball in that. Ooh, Nishchal Chandan, lucky, slips on the ball, but gets it across to Sandeep Mandi. Rohit Danu tries to beat Sandeep, loses the ball. Marlon Roost Trujillo, looking for Koru. Koru, limited impact so far. The Blasters with the ball. Now, Vibin, Marlon, Koru. Pass dispossessed. Ball out to Prashant. Prashant versus Bikash Jungnam. Plays it back to Alfred Moya. Back to Prashant. Back to Moya. Prashant. Back to Captain Sumit Pasi, who plays it back to Wayne Vas, Nishchal Chandan, Sandeep Mandi, Rohit Danu. Rohit Danu just runs past Sandeep. Rohit Danu goes down, but there's no contact. Rohit Danu does everything right, beating Sandeep. Replay moves inside, and there's, of course, no contact at all. But Rohit Danu missed that opportunity. Throw in Blasters at the other end. Naucha to take it on the left. Short one. Ebendas. Ebendas. Marlon goes to here. Marlon goes to here. Kevin. Kevin. Naucha, and that's overcooked. Yeah, that ball went out. Yeah, I think you're right. I wouldn't feel the clean goalkeeping feels in a safe from our goalkeeper. I feel a lot of Indian goalkeepers are sort of a level down post like Dhiraj, good in ACL and neutral. 100%. That last part of yours is look at Dhiraj, look at all the others as well. They've done well at under 20, under 20. Or again, Dhiraj was top. He was considered by European clubs as a 18, 19 year old, right? He's now at Diamond Harbour. I don't even know if he's going to play today, but that's the reality of where things are, right? So therefore, that's it. And the problem is also if you see a lot of our goalkeepers punch the ball out uncontrolled, right? And here you see what does Tares do? Tares clears the ball in a way that you know doesn't put him in danger. Like Arshdeep got himself a goal the other day. Ball played through by Blasters, but cleared. Throw in. An hour now played. Kerala Blasters nil. Inter Kashi 1. If you're liking the watch along, please do like this video, share it with others to join in. And of course, if you haven't, do subscribe to the channel. We're slowly growing here at Arun Foot and follow me on my other social medias as well. That's a nice ball through for Petkevikios, who's looking for Moya. Moya on his own in the danger zone. Moya is a little wide. Moya chips it across. And Sandeep chests his first keeper to collect. Lucky escape for the Blasters. Alfred Planas Moya. That's a foul. And there's a player down for Inter Kashi. Foul. And as a follow-up, Tilsnavenka gives a yellow card to Naucha. All happening all over the field. Let's see that. Naucha against Prashant. Yeah, in that counter-attacking move. Naucha only got the player, but not the man. And Naucha walking towards the side. I think they're all getting some refreshments. It's warm, it's hot, it's humid. And David Katala having a word with his players, something tactically to look at and understand what he wants from them. Much better from the Kerala Blasters in the second half, but that elusive goal is not coming this season. That is what Katala as a coach will want from his team, a goal. Nothing else. The Blasters playing a good second half so far. And that is going to be the challenge for him and his team. And that is sometimes the beauty or the lack of beauty in football. Kerala Blasters just don't want to score, says Blue. Yeah, it's shocking to see. I just need to get up 1 second. Too much of sitting, too many lives in the last few days. Watch alongs for you guys regarding the ISL. Luis to take a goal kick. 64 minutes nearly on the clock. And it's still Kerala Blasters nil, Inter Kashi 1. And this result would give Inter Kashi their first ever Indian Super League win, if they can keep it this way. And at the other end, for the Blasters, it would mean the third loss in a row. And if they don't score a third loss without scoring a goal in a row, and the second home loss as well. Blasters had lost 0-1 to Mumbai City last Sunday at home. So they'll be quite a bit worried to get on the score sheets. They've had some chances. Evan Das, Kevin, but they lose the ball again. Sumit Pasi. Prashant. A little selfish there. Kevin wins it. Kevin fights with it. Plays it back to Naucha. Across to Bikash. Bikash Yungnam with the captain's armband. Across to Naucha. Naucha plays the ball through, but somehow the Blasters don't get through. Win it back. Marlon Rustojillo. Bartomeo with a turn. Blocked. And back with Sandeep. Yeah, somehow the Blasters are unable to get what I call that elusive goal that is haunting them now. It's haunting them. I think it would be a different season for them if they at some stage get a goal. But how and where will they get that goal is going to be the question for the Blasters. And that is the big question. for Kerala in this match with everything to play for in this game. Do the Blasters get an equalizer? Do the Blasters score a goal? Those are the questions to be asked and answers. That is the challenge. And they have to be careful. Kashimnam gives it over to Nocha. Kevin. 67 minutes nearly played. Evan Das into the danger zone, headed out by Nishchal Chandan. Oh, Marlon Trujillo. Trujillo. Shot blocked. Kevin. On the left, Kevin Yoke against Sumit Pasi, against Prashant. Gets it across. And it goes across. Should be a goal kick. Mohammed Ajsal also coming on, who's come on for Vibin. The Blasters are risking it all. And but they need a goal. They're making the changes. They're risking more. But the Blasters are not able to score. And that is what counts at the end of the day. And Inter Kashi are getting chances on the counter. Tomba, Sandeep. There should be a foul on Sergio Lamas by Mateus Hernandez. David Catala saying, trying to, I think, change the formation with the substitution he's made. Yeah, Mateus Hernandez. Mateus Hernandez. Miranda. This is clear their line. And Inter Kashi is a man down, but play continues. Bikash, use it for Kevin. Kevin, nearly 70 minutes on the clock. Marlon Trujillo. Kevin Yoke. Kevin in the middle, but cleared by Inter Kashi. Oh, that's another foul. Ajsal against Alfred. Alfred and Petkevicius dropping deep, helping their team. 70 minutes on the clock. Kerala Blasters 0. Inter Kashi 1. The Blasters finally need a goal this season. Shumit Pasi with the throw in. Ball forward for Prashant. Prashant, and that's turning out to be a wrestling match. Petkevicius nearly gets it to Moya. The Blasters. Evan Das. Across to Kuru on the right. Kuru with space. Kuru has Sandeep with him. Kuru plays to Sandeep. Sandeep Singh Sandeep Singh turns around. Sandeep Singh with a chance to cross, and that is utterly wasted. Cleared by Marlon Rustojillo with a good cross. There is maybe a chance. Bartomeu doesn't get to it. Ball back, Kevin. Kevin, you okay? And a good save from Luis Tares. The Blasters are trying. They're all. And Luis Tares. Oh, Bartomeu pushing Nischal Chandan. And I think Tejas Navinka needs to have a word with the Spanish striker. Good to see Nischal Chandan not easing any millimeter of ground. Kevin Yoke does it nicely. Uses his technique, but there's no power behind it and no placement. And Luis Tares can easily collect the ball. And the keeper doing everything he can to win the seconds. And there's a discussion going on. Luis Tares has already worked 1 minute off the clock. And there comes the most important sign from the physio. The keeper is fine. It's still Kerala Blasters 0, Inter Kashi 1. Victor Martimio, still also hasn't scored a goal. That will be worrying him. Spanish striker. Antonio Lopez Habas knows how to grind out results, how to win matches. Ball into danger zone, cleared by Sandeep Demio, but there is no one from Inter Kashi. Nischal Chandan plays it to Sergio Lamas. Sergio Lamas looking for Petkevicius, but Moya wins it. Moya wins it, loses it against Evan Das, and Inter Kashi wins it back. There's a lot of Kevin Yoke drops, wins the ball in the middle of the park. The Frenchman looking for Adsal. Prashant, lovely ball through, but Petkevicius won't get to it. Ash Anwar Sheikh to Sandeep. It's all to play for. 74 minutes played at the JLN in Kalur. It's Kerala Blasters 0, Inter Kashi 1. Naucha. Kevin chips it forward. Cleared by Wayne Vass. Again, Kevin. Kevin with the ball. Kevin Yoke chips it for Bartomeu. That should be a push and should be a free kick against the Spaniard given by the referee. Well, good scene. Good work by the referee and his linesman. And that's the drinks break. It looks like for me because both the teams are walking. And substitution for Inter Kashi. Rohit Danu going off and Karthik Panikar coming on. Rohit was having a very good first half, very active. Has been rather quiet in the second 45. And after 75 minutes, Rohit Danu going off the field. And he will be replaced by Karthik Panikar. Drinks break, 75 minutes on the clock. And the Blasters, will be looking to see how can they get back into this game. They've had opportunities more than in their earlier matches. And I'm once more looking at the voting patterns. 169 people have cast their votes. 75% still are saying that the Blasters will win, and 12% each for a draw or an Inter Kashi wins. Very interesting piece of stat, everyone. And Luis Tares with some exceptional saves in that second 45. And the keeper did everything right. And for the Blasters, yeah, the question is who's going to score them that goal? That missing goal. Karthik Panikkar now on the field. Fresh legs for Inter Kashi in this final quarter. And a new striker for the Kerala Blasters. Debut for J. Ki Tongo. Interesting to see how he can impact the game. Ball runs out. Can Prashant keep it in? Yes, he can. Prashant against Naucha. Prashant into the danger zone. Petkevikus, Moya, and that's the second goal for Inter Kashi. Alfred Planas Moya with the second goal for Inter Kashi in the 78th minute. And that should be game, set and match for the promoted side. They had their chances of counterattacks. And Alfred Planas Moya with the second goal for Inter Kashi. Prashant does the job by keeping the ball in play. Finds Petkevikius. And Alfred just runs on. Yeah, now just switches off. Doesn't follow his man. Sandeep can't come out early enough to block the shot. And Alfred Planas Moya scores to give Inter Kashi a 2-0 lead at the JLN in Kalur. Is this game set and match for Inter Kashi? Uphill task now for the Blasters. Marlon Gusto now another counter-attacking chance. Petkevikius, Tomba, Karthik Panikkar. Karthik Panikkar takes on Sandeep. Karthik Panikkar runs past Sandeep, but the ball runs out. Who thought Inter Kashi Football Club having a foreign goalkeeper would be an advantage? Blue, very, very wisely summed up. I think you sum it up because the second they lost Arindam Bhattacharya, Inter Kashi knew we need someone. And as there wasn't an Indian goalkeeper to sign, they went and looked for a foreign keeper, again, via their Spanish networks, and found someone in Luis Tares. And Luis Tares has been a very, very positive factor for Inter Kashi. And they're leading 2-0 because Tares also has had 2-3 exceptional saves in the second 45. And you perfectly sum it up, in my opinion. Couldn't have said it better. This is Incredible, incredible scenes in Kochi. The Kerala Blasters are fighting relegation in the Indian Super League. I thought they would have a tough season, but I would not have put them as far down as they are at the moment. They are 13th. They are just, they've- the goal difference is one goal better than SC Delhi. And if they concede one more goal tonight, then the Kerala Blasters would drop behind Delhi and be bottom of the table. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what we've seen today here in the Indian Super League from Kochi. Um, yeah, seen a lot, we've done a lot, but these are some of the things that you don't think, don't believe that could happen, would happen. But it looks like that the Kerala Blasters are fighting a relegation this season in the Indian Super League. Free kick for the Blasters, 83rd minute, and there's an Inter Kashi player down with cramps. And Blue says Inter Kashi ain't in relegation battle and Kerala Blasters FC is. I think that's the news of the day. Blue, I agree. On one side and on the other side, I said to me Inter Kashi from the squad that they have, and they're showing Daud Katala. Daud Katala is doing this on his first, right? Yeah. Substitution. Petkevikios set to come off, and Petkevikios, ooh, that doesn't look good. Ashish Jha to come on. Young Ashish Jha. Reinforcements. I think Blue, this headline needs to sink in. And that's a goal for the Blasters, or is it? Bertomeu! Victor Bertomeu with the season's first goal for the Kerala Blasters. And it is only a 1-2 now with 6+ minutes remaining. Let's see that ball goes through to the other side. Bartomeu somehow gets his foot to it. Lovely goal in the end, because that is Eben Das across. And Bartomeu, yeah, that's the job of the defender. And as Blue says, finally, curse is broken. Bertomeu, Victor Bertomeu, with the first goal of this campaign for the Kerala Blasters. Now, do we have game on? Can the Blasters put some more pressure? Kevin, who's been strong on that left wing. Kevin, you okay? Kevin, little selfish sometimes, too selfish. Naucha. Naucha earns a throw-in. Malone. Malone with the ball. And that's a throw-in for Inter Kashi. David Katala. I see the emotions of the coach. Hopefully the players are feeling it the same way. Jay Ebendas. And later this evening, Ebendas plays it wide, not to Kuru. Throw in for Inter Kashi. 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock. It's Kerala Blasters 1, Inter Kashi 2. Sandeep. Jay. Too much tried by the new striker. Ooh, that's the problem now. The team's fighting for the ball. And a lot of risk taken by David Katala. Does it pay off in the end? That's the big question. Does his team get another chance to maybe equalize? Corner into the far post. Ooh, that's should be another one in my opinion. Marlon Rusugio wants a corner. Doesn't get it. Marlon Rusugio, former Germany junior international. Stylish player, quality footballer. 87.5 minutes. It's Kerala Blasters 1, Inter Kashi 2. Can the Blasters score a second and at least get a point tonight from this encounter? They've opened their goal scoring account this season. Sandeep will allow the ball to roll out. Throw in for the Blasters. Back to his keeper, Arsh. Manan Rostohio picks it up. Plays it across to Ebendas. Kuru. Kuru into the danger zone. Inter Kashi just about clear, but back with the Blasters. Sandeep Singh on the right. Sandeep into the middle, cleared by Inter Kashi, but back with the Blasters. Bikash. Marlon. Martimio chipped into the danger area. Headed out. Kevin on the left. Marlon Gustujillo. Naucha out to Kevin, who will keep the ball in. Kevin and cleared by Inter Kashi. Just about it. Bikash. Sandeep. Sandeep is looking for options. Plays it back to Bikash, who plays it on to Marlon Gustujillo. Marlon across to Ebendas. Ebendas looking for Kuru, but cleared by Inter Kashi. 89.5 minutes on the clock. Kerala Blasters 1, Inter Kashi 2. Ebendas, Sumit Pasi, Prashant, chance to break. Moya. Moya being followed by Marlon Rustojillo and goes down. Naucha is also Naucha involved. Naucha has to be careful because Naucha already has a yellow card to his name. And 7 minutes of added time at the JLN in Kalur. It's Kerala Blasters 1, Inter Kashi 2. Will the Blasters get one more chance to equalize? Or does Inter Kashi score a third to score a historic first ever Indian Super League win? Sandeep. Marlon. Marlon goes to Hio. Looking for options. Plays it to Ebendas. Ebendas out to Kuru. Kuru moving in. Finds J. J and cleared. But back with Kuru. Sandeep Mandi will allow the ball to run out. Smartly done. Goal kick for Inter Kashi. 91 minutes gone. Will the Blasters get one more chance to equalize? Or Inter Kashi, do they score a third? Does it stay 2-1? All to play for at the Jerry Ellen in Kalur. Mohammad Asif coming on for Inter Kashi, for Alfred Planas Moya, the man who scored the second goal for Inter Kashi. The first ever time that Inter Kashi has scored two matches in a game in the Indian Super League. Young Mohammad Asif Khan comes on. Luis Tares with a goal kick. Back with the Blasters. Naucha. Marlon. He's got space in front of him. Plays it to Bikash, who plays it to Sandeep. Kuru plays it back to Sandeep. Sandeep plays it across to his captain, Bikash Jungna. Marlon goes through here. Oh, slips, but gets it across to Kevin Yoke on the left. Inter Kashi win the ball. Chance for a counter-attacking move. That's a long ball. Will Prashant get to it? No. Harsh got to it. Sandeep with the ball. Marlon across to Kevin, but headed out by Sumit Pasi. And that ball goes out in the half of Kerala Blasters. 93 minutes played. And Habas losing it on the sidelines because the throw-in was taken 10-15 meters further ahead. Evindas. Marlon. Evindas loses the ball, but Marlon will keep it. 93 and a half minutes gone. Marlon goes to here. Plays it across to Bikash. Sandeep. Kuru. Kuru beats his man, but loses it to Tomba, but back with Sandeep. Inter Kashi way too deep. That's a header. And that is wide from Victor Bertomeu. Ashish, to answer your question, no, it's not a big deal. And, no one in Europe would talk about that you're playing such a tournament. And other the best, again, it answers itself. It's a scam. It's a scam. Sorry, let's call it out what it is. Kerala Blasters get the ball back. Marlon to Kevin. Kevin trying to make the meters. It is coming down to the last 150 seconds of this game. The question is, can one of these two teams get a result? Meaning, will the Blasters get one final real chance to score? Or do Inter Kashi walk away with the 3 points? It looks very likely that Inter Kashi will get their first win of this ISL campaign, or their first ever ISL win in history. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that Inter Kashi is playing for something else than the Blasters? And that's the thing. Inter Kashi. Yeah. Mohammad still doesn't get to it. Long ball. .96 played. Throw in Inter Kashi on the right. Sumit Pasi to take it. It's all to play for. Can Inter Kashi hold on for the rest of the game? Blasters once more. 97 minutes now on the clock. Kuru. Kuru against Tomba. Kuru loses the ball, but Sandeep has it. Plays it wide. And Luis Tares has the ball. 97 plus minutes on the clock. And that's the final whistle. That is the final whistle. Inter Kashi score their first ever Indian Super League win with a 2-1 away victory at the Kerala Blasters. Wow. Let me just put out a tweet. Second, let me put out that tweet and then I will rejoin you guys quickly. 1 second, 1, 2, 3. I've done the tweet. Yes. Cooked. In relegation. Yes, guys. To me, Kerala Blasters FC are in the relegation battle. Yes, no doubt about it. After this result today, and it's a deserving result. I think Inter Kashi were the better of the two sides, if you ask me. That to me means the Blasters are and have to fight for their survival. And no points after 3 games, 1 to 5 goals. That's a very, very worrying sign for the Blasters. And they will have to start winning matches. I was a little earlier talking about the games which are upcoming for the Blasters. That's going to be a question. And let's see. The next match for the Blasters against Chennai FC next Saturday. That already is a relegation battle. Then the Blasters travel the following Saturday to face East Bengal, who are fighting for the title. And then on the 21st, Punjab FC. So therefore, interesting matches until the FIFA window break. And then, of course, match day 7, Delhi against Kerala Blasters on the 5th of April. Most probably Kerala Blasters fighting for their spot in the league. Aman says, and Mon Sporting, only Mon Sporting and Safeguard versus C says Blue. Marlon, okay, the two positive for the day. Yeah, Marlon, surely. Kevin, you okay? To me, surely. Good game from him. Tried his best, but again, sometimes I feel he holds the ball way too long. So that I think is a problem. Marlon has a stylish way, but he doesn't have the players around him to play. I think today also visible Vibhan Mohanan is not the same as he was last season. So far, not good enough. Same can be said about Kuru. Nowhere near to what he was able to play last season. And overall, this Blasters team is not, and let's see what it is. Only okay positive. As I said, Aman, I think Marlon as well. Bartomeu needs Ajsal up top. I don't know if he needs someone on top. I think he needs to get the delivery. The delivery is not there, and that is, I think, a bigger problem for me with the Blasters. And therefore, for me, I think the Blasters need to sort that delivery part out if they are able to create something or not. But to me, yeah, that's um, yeah. So therefore, for me, at the moment, yeah, UK was good against Monmouth Supergiant too, but he didn't get enough balls. Main problem is not enough quality. I think but again, Jokic to me also on the left is keeping the ball sometimes too long, and and on the other side there is a lack of quality. I think that is something. And what you also realize is that they've brought in six foreigners who have no experience of Indian football. Some other teams have done looked at, okay, listen, let's try and bring in people who have some experience in this system, which has worked, and yeah, and it's not working. And we have a lot of Indian footballers who most probably are overrated in the squad, and that is another problem. Now the Karavasas is walking like dead bodies. Kumar, I wouldn't say that. The second half was better. They got a goal, especially at the start of the second half, the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, they looked like to getting something. Habas Dadun is four at the back, something which always clicks. Simon, very interesting. Four Indian players. You start with Narendra Gehlot, you play Wayne Vas, you play Nischal Chandan, you play Sandeep. Uh, Sandeep Mandi, interesting. And then you put Sumit Pasi in place of Narendra. Again, four Indians playing at the back. So not a bad job. FC Goa and Kerala have lost their 12th man, unfortunately. Simon, Goa had a day before yesterday about 5,000 people. So I don't think they fully lost it. But Kerala Blasters, I think that anybody who is a Kerala Blasters fan, anybody who supports Kerala Blasters, they need to go and support the team for the rest of the season because it is a relegation battle. And every Kerala Blasters fan, if you are a Kerala Blasters fan, your duty is to support the team to avoid that in the summer. You know what the owners say? We've tried a bit. No one wants to buy the club. Okay, we're dissolving the club. That is a real, real danger. So, you know, I think all of us who love Indian football, the Kerala Blasters are the success story of the Indian Super League in regard to what has been created with the fans. And I think that's now on the fans to come and support the team. I think that's very, very important. Not sure where Matthias fits in. If Marlon can do the Luna, they can play Jay and Bathmi up top. Simon might be something. Matthias didn't impress me also as a centre back today, so I don't know. Four good foreigners is far better than six inexperienced ones. Mumbai City is the example. Blue, very good, and also other teams have done that. Even if you have got one like Odisha, who has that experience in Carlos Delgado and can be captain. So let's see. So Gallard has now transformed to right back role. He did look decent when he was playing right back with Udrisi a few seasons back as well. But that's he's not a right back, he's a centre back. But again, as an Indian defender, again, normally a foreigner pushes you to the side. And it's interesting that Wayne Vas, who's not been an ISL regular, is more been of an I League defender, is pushing Narendra Gehlot, former junior international, into that position. Habas surely knows how to grind. In my opinion, Inter Kashi may not be in title race, but can decide who wins. Blue, I agree. I don't see them being in the title race because they're already 4 points off Jamshedpur, and they would have to win most of their remaining matches to be in that. But again, so therefore, let's wait and see. But they can surely influence who could win the title. Now the Habas was the team. Our national team would have qualified for AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. Kumar, you never know. Again, this if Habas had been, if this had been, if that had been, we would love to win in Saudi, but that's not the point. In a point of the delivery, most teams are using width to play, but in terms of efficiency, the game yesterday, both teams attempted over 50 crosses with less than 20 success, which is very poor. Yeah, Sasha. The point is, do I know when I'm delivering, who I'm delivering to, and how I'm delivering to? And that is where we're struggling. No? Not we are struggling, but the teams across the league are struggling and not getting the balls into positions where they need to, right? Yeah, yes, Yashika. You know what we're going in Middle East, so we're not able to attend the match in Kerala. Hannibal, that is not funny. Sorry, even if you thought this was a joke, the whole situation in the Middle East is not something that you make a joke about. Inter Kashi, see the kingmaker this season. Then I think anybody can be the kingmaker depending on what they do. Mandi, Prashant, Vas, Pasi, they've really benefited from playing down a level, or maybe they just fit the Dadu style. Maybe a combination of both, Simon. That Dadu's getting the best out of them, and yeah, getting a lot of game time has helped them. Okay, see you next. Watchalong. Yes, Blue. Which games did impress you the most so far? Simon, yesterday, East Bengal Jamshedpur. That was the most interesting game so far, and I was impressed with the way the Jamshedpur came from one goal down. They were the better of the two teams and won, and that would be my game so far. And with that, I would like to end this live because I'll be back in about 22 minutes with another live. Yes, Mohun Bagan Supergiant versus Mohammedan Sporting. A small Kolkata derby today. Can Mohammedan Sporting cause Mohun Bagan some trouble and maybe take some points off them, which would make the title race very, very interesting. And foreigners, not even to I League level. Let's see, Mahesh. Yes, no. Again, some of these guys have played I League in the past, and but ISL is of a different level. And with that, I'll come to an end, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Mohun Bagan Supergiant versus Mohammedan Sporting.